Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're looking at the multi-level marketing and independent distributorship business model. Here's the question framing everything. Is this a product business, a recruitment engine, or a relationship machine? Because on the surface, it looks like product sales and entrepreneurship, yet underneath, the mechanics can be very different, built on recruitment, relationship monetization, and risk shifted downwards towards you. Let's start with the surface story. What most people think they're joining. They hear sell products you believe in, start a business with low upfront costs, work independently, build extra income, earn through your personal relationships and your drive and hustle. That's the invitation language. And it's very compelling because it sounds like true ownership and freedom. Now, let's flip to the structural reality. In many of these systems, the company is turning the participants into distribution nodes. The channel isn't a store shelf with a product, it's your personal and business network. And the key question is, what does the compensation plan actually reward? If incentives lead towards recruiting or participant purchasing more than true retail demand, that's where the model becomes very risky and potentially unlawful, depending on its structure. But this model absolutely works beautifully because it blends psychology with commerce. People trust recommendations from people they know. The language of independence and ownership is emotionally powerful and stirring. Low entry framing attracts participants, and community mentorship language deepens the emotional attachment. So it's just not product marketing, it's belonging, identity, and an aspiration wrapped all into a sales channel. Here's where the tension becomes acute and the pressure is increased dramatically. Product sales can be real, but recruitment can become a stronger engine. Auto ship and internal purchases, it's complicate the picture because buying and being active can blur the inventory. And yet, having things stored in a garage or a spare bedroom is an inventory risk. It's just not sitting on the company books. So the company actually can move their product while the distributor, which is you, absorbs the strain and the risk. Let us observe the customer journey because it often begins with trust, not within a neutral retail shopping center. It goes like this: you hear the opportunity, you trust the recruiter, you join their network, you buy their starter inventory or their products, and then you try to sell through your personal and your digital relationships. And then you got to recruit others or reorder when your subscription time comes on auto ship. Then either you grow, you stall, or you most likely churn out. And the stress often shows up later after inventory builds in the basement, guest rooms, rental storage, or the garage. The relationship builds pressure. So the journey isn't just customer to product, it's often person to network to intense pressure. Now, let's talk the economics, how the money actually works. Revenue comes from product sales to end users, but also product sales to the participants, recurring auto ships, your popular starter kits, enrollment related purchasing requirements, and commissions across all levels. Most impressively is that the company can profit from product movement regardless of whether the participant succeeds or fails. And the company can care less either way. So the system gets stronger for the company when the products keep moving, but it gets riskier for the participant when movement depends on constant social selling and personal inventory exposure. Let's apply the formal business lens, the business model canvas snapshot. Your customer segments include both retail users and participants, recruits, distributors, repeat customers. Your value proposition include products and personal recommendations, but also flexible income and low entry business opportunity. Your channels are personal networks, social media, demos, hair and nail salons, home meetings, and referral affiliate links. Your key activities include recruitment, training, selling, compliance, and motivational retention. So, this isn't only a product business, it's a distributed sales architecture that may depend heavily on people joining, buying, and trying to sell within their own social circles. Let's just do a quick strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat snapshot because it shows the trade off very clearly. Your strengths are low fixed cost distribution, relationship based selling, a scalable network model. Yet your weakness is intense churn, inventory loading risk, and shaky trust when retail demand is weak. Your opportunities are retail first selling, better compliance and transparency, stronger demo niches like salons and service salons settings. Your threats are legal scrutiny, reputational backlash, social network fatigue, and your aggressive tactics becoming more visible. Bottom line, it can be commercially efficient for the company while risky and uneven for those participating in the venture with them. The strategic takeaway is this: these systems can present as grassroots entrepreneurship, but the deeper model may rely on shifting sales labor, recruitment pressure, and inventory risk downward while the company keeps strategic control and lower fixed costs. So, the closing question is this business really built on product demand or the constant replenishment of sellers, buyers, and believers inside the system? And the final lens I want you to remember is this: stop asking whether the product is real. Start asking where the risk sits at, where the money flows, and what the system needs to keep going. Thank you.